If you want to add some splash and pizzazz to your course on Blackboard, there are 4 things that you can do to make it awesome. First thing is we can add a course image above where it shows your course content. Later on, we'll come over here to course image, we'll edit the display settings, we'll get that rocking and rolling. Another thing you can do is we can change these module icons. You see I have start here, I have module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, and I can upload my own icons or images. A third thing we can do is add inline images. So an inline image is this. If I go over to my start here module, I click on welcome, and where it says add your bio/profile picture, that's where we're adding inline images. Inline image is basically where you have text, image, text. And that's not necessarily a hard and fast rule, but a good guide for us to follow and think about. Right now we have page banners. Now you can add page banners and/or assignment banners. So a page banner would be something like this. If I come over to technical support, you can see I have this image, this picture. I'm calling it a page banner. Right now, and this particular page banner image is going to be used on all the pages. If I click on college resources and services, say the same page banner. I come over to privacy, accessibility, statements of course technologies, the same page banner. Now, assignment banners would be something like if I go to module 1, and let's go to week 5. And we'll click on Music and Video Journal number 4, Benjamin Britten, Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. And we see I have an assignment banner. Okay, so let's close our disclosure triangles, and we will go and add a course image. You can call it a course image, you can call it a splash page, splash image, banner. Let's do that now. Come over here to course image. We will edit the display settings. All right, click on the image icon. I'm going to upload a file. I already have it ready to go. So I'm going to click on course banner. Let's open it up. Okay, the preview looks great. We'll click next on that. Now I can zoom in, zoom out. I'm going to leave it as is. What I do want to adjust is I want to move it a little bit. Let's try right about there. That should give me enough space I want. Basically, so when it's on different screens, resolutions, all the different sizes and devices, that it's going to look pretty sweet. We're going to save that. Processing image. I'm going to leave this as mark the image as decorative. I could add in the alt or alternative text. I'll get to that a little bit later on some other images, but for now we'll leave this one as decorative. Let's save it. We're going to come back over here. Let's see how robust this is. Yeah, this is pretty good. Maybe it cuts off a little bit here, a little bit there. You'd have to keep tweaking it, but we also have to keep in mind in terms of how robust this is. If we come over here and then I start playing around with the resize to see, okay, yeah, we're in good shape. So it's just, I'm on a bigger monitor. And what I'm really looking to do is I really want to cover as much ground as I can in terms of the colors and the beauty. So I think this looks pretty awesome. We're going to go with that. Okay, the next thing we want to do is how can we change these module icons? So for the start here module, I want to put something cool there. Something cool, something neat, something different. So we want to edit that. What I'll do is I'll go over here to where it says add image, and I'm going to upload a file. Let's go with, I have a pencil icon. The pencil icon, that's what we're going to use to represent the start here module. Preview looks great. I'm going to click next. I don't need to do any magnifying, or it's great as is. No adjustments that I want right here. I don't need to reposition. You could certainly reposition. You can zoom in. I can move this around. Typically you can move it around depending on like the image, of course, that you're in here and what you have to work with, as you saw me do already. So, all right, let's just go ahead and save this. This is great. It's awesome as is. Now I also want to scroll down here and I want to take a look at, let's keep this one, mark the image as decorative as well. Let's save. Okay, awesome. Looks great. We're going to go to module 1, the elements of music. And let's go ahead and we're going to edit, scroll down, we're going to add an image, upload file. I'm going to use the black icon folder, open, preview looks awesome. I'm going to click next, looking good, save, scroll down, okay, mark the image as decorative. We're going to keep that with these icons. We're going to keep going down, the same thing, module 2. I just want to edit the image here. Come down, add an image, upload file. I want to go to the blue icon. That's the one that I've chosen to use. Okay, looks good. So the pencil and all the folder icons, I got these from Envato Elements. I purchased license for these, so I have a subscription to that. And I have all these images licensed for at least the 3D icons anyway. For the course banner, or the main course image, what I would call like the splash image where you log into the course, that one is licensed from Adobe stock. Now you can create yours in Photoshop, maybe Canva. You can create 3D things. You can create all kinds of cool stuff, images and things in Adobe Illustrator. But whether you use Illustrator, Photoshop, Canva, Adobe stock, Envato Elements, or AI tools to help you with images, icons, and whatnot, a lot of great options for sure. Let's go ahead and save that. And we're going to go to module 3, keep this rolling here. We're going to edit. We're going to add an image. And this one I want to be red. Looks good. Everything looks awesome. No adjustments need to be made. I've already marked the image as decorative as well. Keeping it rolling. Now we go to module 4. Okay, didn't need to open that. All right, a habit, I guess. We're gonna add the image. Last one is green, right? Okay, green. Yay, we're almost there. And everything looks good. There's no adjustments here I need to make. This one's rocking and rolling. Mark the image as decorative. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. And then if I just kind of go back up, okay, cool. We have our course image. Awesome. We have our start here module with the pencil. We have our module 1 black, module 2 blue, module 3 red, module 4 green. Wow, this is looking really cool. We're adding some splash and color and we're grabbing the student's attention here. Okay. So the next place we want to go to is start here module. And let's go to welcome. Okay, so this is my welcome. And I have a note here, add the welcome image from your content collection. Just notes to myself and to keep the flow of everything happening. You can see that and I'll erase it once I get the image there, but I'm just gonna go into my content collection. Okay, content collection. And I do a lot of organization on the back end. So for my courses, I do back end first. I'll make folders and get PowerPoints, listening guides, review materials, sample assignments, course images. I do things a little bit differently. I do talk about that more in the live stream that I've done recently. I'll make sure that there's a video link playlist where you can check that out later for more details. But for now, let's keep this rolling, and I'm going to click on course images. I want to select welcome. We need to submit this here. And I can put alternative text on this one if I like. Now I could put, welcome to music appreciation if I want. This is my music appreciation, developmental course, what I use to prep for fall, spring, and mini semesters and/or summer sessions. So in this developmental course, it's pretty cool. I can, experiment, change things around. just make sure everything's always fresh. But I guess the point being is for alt text, you know, the screen readers, they are going to say image of. It's going to tell the screen reader is going to read image. So you never have to say this is an image of. So we just have to decide, do we want to make this decorative or actually write the alt text? I'm going to stick with decorative for now, and we're going to visit some alternative text in a little bit. Let's go view only on this one. And we got it in there. And then I'm going to take my note off here. Let me delete that. Take the space off. We're going to save it. Yay, there we go. All right, let's get our bio and profile picture in there. We're going to edit. Got a little note here. Add my bio and profile picture. We'll put the picture in first, then I'll delete that out. Okay, so I'll do the same thing again. I'm just going to go to content collection. Course images. And looking for my bio pic. Okay, and we're going to submit that. Same thing. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Mr. Shimmerhorn. I can put Mr. Shimmerhorn profile, Mr. Shimmerhorn bio. It's a tricky one to think about sometimes, because typically you want to write maybe a sentence or two, but at the same time the screen readers are going to tell you image. So depending on what the image is, you really have to kind of think through, is it really more of a decoration, or is this something where the image has got stuff going on that's maybe relative to an assignment, assessment, class discussion, where you really do need to have some kind of explanation so that when the screen reader is going through, everyone can understand it. Okay, I'm going to put view only, and could say Mr. Shimmerhorn's profile, but I mean, I could do something like that. I'm going to leave this one as decorative also, though. But I could put Mr. Shimmerhorn smiling, happy at a sunny day. I mean, I can put something in there. What I don't want to do is put Mr. Shimmerhorn biopic. It's already going to say that. So if anything, because the screen reader is going to say image of, then I could put Mr. Shimmerhorn's smiling profile, something like that. You know, that would be fine. You know, we'll leave that. We'll leave it as is. But I mean, I could do that. So let's leave that alone. The important thing is getting all the images. I'll do more in another upcoming video on some more details on alt text and really dig into that. Now let's make some adjustments here. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to take this out. Okay. Going to be some maybe empty headers, but we'll look at that later. Okay, let's save it, see how we do. We're okay. There's some fine tuning maybe that I could do in terms of maybe a layout, spacing, headers. It looks pretty good though. It looks pretty good. Accessibility score, perfect, awesome. Okay. All right. So that was an example of an inline image with the bio picture, and then just the welcome image, call it splash image. Yeah, welcome image. All right. So now if we go over to essential course information, this is where we're going to try something different. We're going to add this colorful splash of music from our cloud storage. Okay. So I'll add it in first. Let's go to cloud storage. I've already got this set up. If you don't, you can connect your Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, or Box. And once that's all connected, synced, logged in, the whole 9 yards, then you're going to have to click all your file pathways in your drive. I've already done that in advance in preparation for digging in here. So now I'm actually going to find the banner that I need, which is going to be my music banner color. Okay. Going to import that. Okay, it's almost done importing. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and do some alt text. I'm going to call this is a musical. Let's see what we could do. This is a musical splash. how about this is a splash of musical notation. This is a splash of musical notation. But maybe we should say colorful is kind of the key, right? This is a, you misspell something or don't get it quite right. I mean, we can keep tinkering and editing. Just trying to get some practice here. I'm going to do view only as well. This is a colorful splash of musical notation. View only. We're good with that. We can go back and tweak, edit, revise. All right, let's fix a little bit of spacing here. All right. We're going to talk more about this in an upcoming live stream as well as other videos, but see, I'll tag my empty headings as breaks. Okay, and then other things. Now, I'm jumping over just a couple accessibility things real quick. This is purposeful in terms of what I have for the enjoyment of music on my style, you know, in terms of like which heading I'm wanting to use. So it's flagging things that I kind of knew it was going to flag. I did that on purpose to make very particular things stand out. I'm still at 97%. I'm totally happy with that. I'd love to get it at 100, but these things I actually did purposeful. So because of the way it works we have our text boxes and then HTML boxes separately. So I'll leave all the rest of this alone. Just a quick fast scroll. Okay. All right, so we're good to go. This looks great, and I'm happy with that. Got my accessibility score perfect. Yay. Now, if I further kind of tweak this a little bit, I think I'd want to, yeah, maybe. And I might want to do this, or I could put this, up, above the image, or I could leave the image as is. Maybe, what if we try this? Let's see. This is fine. I may want to go back and tweak kind of this layout and flow, but the important part is getting our image to look really nice, and then keep experimenting with layout, flow, and double checking some accessibility things as well to make sure that we're all good there. So this is a page banner. Now let's take a look at an assignment banner. We're going to go to Module 1, the Elements of Music. Let's go to Week 2, Elements of Music 1, Music and Video Journal 1, Charles Lim, Your Brain and Improv. Okay. Well, if you're not having fun yet, it's about to get really fun. This is some cool stuff here. So what we want to do is we want to check out some stock images from Unsplash. Let's try that one first. And I have some other notes in terms of aspect ratios and also some AI stuff here. So first thing, I'm going to leave the notes temporarily for now, just to help us through here. And you may want to follow some of that as well. So what I want to do actually is I want to click here, and you see upload from device. Now I have stock images from Unsplash. Let's give it a whirl. And this is interesting. So it's going to pull words from what it's already seeing in terms of the assignment. So music and journal. This is awesome. It's pulling that out. So you could change the search parameters, but there'll be things that'll like preform or propagate in the search box. So if it doesn't come out perfect, just tweak it, make the change. Why don't we just pick this one right here and give it a whirl. Okay, so if I do that, now this is the original aspect ratio. So of course you can tweak here, and I've got a little bit of room here in terms of dragging, moving, up, I'm getting some left and right movement there. A little bit of up and down. It's a little bit, you got a little bit to work with. Let's take a look. Okay, you can make a square. Cool. And you could move it, This is really cool. You can go over here. You got original square. For landscape, we can go 16 to 10. See what you can do there and how it's changing our aspect ratio. 16 to 9. That's the one we're going to stick with, but let's take a look at 4:3. You can see 4:3, but you still have some room to find, to crop it out, basically. Portrait, we get 10:16. You see how in portrait 10:16, you got some power to move that. Go to 9:16. Now, obviously it's going to change what you're going to be able to get, and you're going to have to crop the part that you want based on like the assignment, discussion, assessment, however you're using this. 3 to 4 in portrait. So this is giving you some pretty robust options, it's really, really cool. For our purposes, we're going to stick with 16 to 9. And we're going to go about right. Let's try here. And let's go next. Okay, now check this out. I'm going to do view only. I'm not going to let it be downloadable. You can do that. I would recommend that maybe if you want to share your PowerPoints, possibly. But pay attention to the file options in terms of privileges. View and download, view only, or download only. So person writing on brown wooden table near white ceramic mug. So that's awesome. Like it's all on its own. So, I could say the screen reader is going to go, this is an image of, I could just, because the screen reader is going to say the first part, this is an image of, how about I add in a person writing on a brown wooden table near a white ceramic mug. There we go. That's some alternative text home run right there. Let's save it. Now, we basically need to kind of clean that up, right? So what I'm going to do is, because we're going to do the AI, I'm going to take this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to generate an image with the Blackboard AI Design Assistant. But for now, let's make a few tweaks here. Okay, and let's see how this kind of looks. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, there we go. Looking pretty good, right? You can see. Cool, looking good. The description, options, like the assignment flow is looking good. And I can go in here and I can kind of do a double take on making sure that in terms of spacing. Okay, so I'm also gonna maybe I wanna do this, maybe not. You may not like this. I may not like it, but I'm gonna experiment here. See how much I have to work with in terms of cleaning some things up. Okay, so I don't like all of that. What I'm gonna do is come back here. I'm gonna save that. That looks good. Okay, great. Good fixes, video playlist. I'm not completely happy with this. I can always come back and tweak that later. Because the main goal is getting all these things to happen with images. But I also want to take a look at how the assignment in Blackboard is kind of laid out with all my spacing. So what I may want to do is bring it all the way up here, and let's see if that gives me a little more cleanliness. Oh, absolutely. Wait, yeah, there we go. Now we're looking real good in terms of the flow, layout. We can also generate images from Blackboard's AI Design Assistant. Let's take a look at how to do that now. Okay, so bring that down a little bit. And I'm not going to insert anything. I'm going to click on Image. I'm going to go over to Generate Images. And Blackboard's AI Design Assistant is running right now. It's checking the text, seeing what's going to work, what its AI Design Assistant thinks that we could use as an image for this particular assignment, Music and Video Journal 1, Charles Lynn, Your Brain on Improv. All right. So it's looking at that it's music and video, Charles Lim, improving, and they're pulling out, piano and, playing music. Okay, That's pretty interesting. That it's like pulling from the text there. Text from the title, maybe even text from the explanation as well. So how about, I've tested a person writing in a journal, so we want to give that a shot. Okay, it's running right now. It just takes a second generating images. We'll see what it comes up with. We want to have a person writing in a journal. Hopefully it's some kind of a journal. Let's see what we got here. I mean, it could be doing homework or writing in a journal. But either way, this looks like this could work. We could use any one of these, or I could put in keywords or change the description of the image that I'm looking for. It's pretty darn good though. And I can do the same thing where I can take a look at, okay, I want to get the aspect ratio that I'm looking for. I want to say, call this student journal, and here we can put alternative text. Student writing in, say, their journal. A student writing in their journal. That works. Student journal, a student writing in. Let's make sure we fix that. A student writing in their journal. Do view only. And we can always, edit the display name and, keep sprucing up the alternative text, to just make sure it's as clear as possible. Because screen readers are going to say, this is an image of, and then it'll read the next part right there. Okay. Cool. And we're going to bring this back up. That should be okay. Let's save that. Now, if I want to change the aspect ratio, recrop, we can certainly keep playing around with this right there. Okay. So that takes us through using the Blackboard AI Design Assistant. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so then what's last on our list today? We want to take a look at one more thing. We want to take a look at, okay, what if you are a back-end designer and you want to do this maybe another way. Now you can use content. So I don't want to delete this. What I want to do is I want to edit. Okay, now I want to go over here to insert content, and let's see, what we want to do is, for this, I'm actually going to do image from URL. Okay, so to make this work, I'm going to go to my tools. I've already gone to my content collection on the back end with all my folders. Got all my folders organized because I do things from the back end. Just, again, makes it easier for editing, documents, PowerPoints, and changing things from the back end. So all my images, PowerPoints, listening guides, reading materials, like everything is here from the back end. So I come over here and I'm looking for, let's see, we're going to do musical notes. Let's see, do musical notes, black and white. Okay, and I'm good. Yeah, this is good. I don't actually need to select that. What I can do is, I can do this. And I'll copy that. And here I'm going to put something like, this is going to say this is an image of, I can say, I can put, this is a musical swirly splash. This is let's say, musical. A musical notational splash. How about, I was thinking I've done this earlier, but just as a placeholder for now. This is a splash of musical notation. We'll leave it at that for now. We can come back and revisit. This is the splash of musical notation. Let's go ahead and put that in. All right, so that is another way that I can, actually do that. Okay, I'm going to save that. Take a look. Looks awesome. Great, great, great. Perfect. Awesome. There we go. That was actually doing it another way. Okay, we have one more thing to do here. Let's go to Module 1, the elements of music. We're going to go to the module overview, course learning outcomes, to-do list, and deadlines. And I want to add a module overview image. And this image I will use on module 1, 2, 3, 4. For however many modules I have in that particular course, I'll use that image for each one, unless I want to make it customized, different images, which totally could do that as well. So we're going to edit this. I'm going to take this out. And the first thing I want to do is we'll go to Insert Content. Let's go to Content Collection. And we'll do Course Images, which is where I have all my images here. And I'm going to put Full Music Splash. Okay, select that. I'm going to get it in there. Okay, we'll call Full Music Splash. We'll leave this as decorative, view only. If I want to go back and just kind of double check, okay, Full Music Splash. Always go back to double check to make sure you're good with all that. And then adjust, double check the spacing, that stuff that you want here. And save it. There we go. There's our module overview image. And another way we can do it, if we work from the back end, we've got all our images. You run it from the back end, got my course images. I'm going to go to here, we'll edit that. Okay, let me get this correct here. All right, and I want to go over to, let's see, we want to do image from URL. This is a splash of musical notation. Check my spelling, all that good stuff, make sure we're good to go. This is the splash of musical notation. If I miss something or I'm not quite happy with it, I can always go back and tweak, edit, adjust as I move forward. Okay, and it's in there. Cool, we're gonna save that. So that's it. That takes us all the way through this Blackboard tips and tricks video where we're talking about how to add, a course image, how to change our, module icons to kind of spruce those things up, how to add inline images where you have text, image, text, how to do like, where you have like a page and you want a page, an assignment, quiz, whatever it is, where you want to have like an image, at the very top of the page or very top of the assignment, all those things. And we dug into playing around with how do you use, Unsplash, how do you use Blackboard's AI design assistant, navigating through, the cloud system, Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, or Box, all that. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, that you can use Photoshop and Illustrator and Canva, Adobe Stock, Envato Elements, curate and license them from wherever you would like to, as well as embracing the ideas of AI to help you with that as well. Curating and creating and generating. So looks like we fully splashed and pizzazed our course. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.